All right, y'all. Let's talk about a story that is near and dear to my heart just because of the location. It was right where I grew up, man. And there was a fatal shooting of a Crenshaw High basketball star outside a party in South LA. And it's interesting, you hear this now. It was this 2023. And you know me, I'm growing up. I remember 1983. Growing up and hearing about guys getting shot drive-bys in the 80s. And here we are still in the same situation, even though it's been a roller coaster ride in terms of the murder rate, up, down, of late, down, still occurring, man, still losing people to senseless violence. Let's talk through this one, right? So friends, family members, and classmates were gathered to mourn the 16-year-old. He was a standout athlete named Quincy Reese, whose senior year was upcoming, and dude was literally being recruited, as his father said, by 58 different colleges, and now he's gone. Come on, y'all, crazy. So there was some gunfire at a party where he was attending with some friends outside, a bunch of, school kids, teenagers. It was a hall on 74th in Hobart, right, Manchester Square. That's where he was fatally shot. So they say that there was a fight, there was a dispute outside before the shooting, and he was believed to just be a bystander. We don't believe he had anything to do with what happened. That's what the police captain, Adrian Gonzalez, said. So friends found Quincy soaked in blood behind a car, and the paramedics declared him dead at the scene that night at 11:30. So police haven't released the motive or description of a suspect or many other details about the shooting. Nobody else was reported injured. Man. Now, the detectives say that they have some information that they're not releasing yet because of the ongoing investigation. So they said that there's a video, social media post that circulated related to the shooting and are vetting it. But he cautioned that the post may not ultimately be connected to the shooter. The video that's on social media, check this out, was of someone, Quincy, face down in a pool of blood with a laughing emoji attached to the video. What did I say about coexisting, y'all? Come on, man. So the venue, 77 Lounge, was rented out Saturday night by a parent for a party that was promoted on social media. God, man, it's taking me back. Y'all going, boy, I grew up without social media, but I remember, like, God, it was crazy. Imagine growing up and you want to have a party to celebrate whatever, turning 16, you're doing well in school, you're alive. And then you're like, okay, I want to invite my friends. And then I'm like, okay, I want to invite my friends at the other school. Oh, but that school has this gang and our school has this gang, or they just can't coexist. So still, the word's going to get out. I tell you, you're going to tell him, you're going to tell her, and bam, next thing you know, what you tried to avoid or just be sensitive to actually is a reality. It actually occurs. Like two people living in the same neighborhood, we ain't going to the same party or else it might be a problem. That's how it was for us growing up. And this is making me go back to that place in terms of thinking through it. And now they got social media, so you could be lazy with your promotion. Not them, but I get something. I'm like, yo, I follow you. What's going on? Oh, I'm going to hit the homie. And then the homie like, where? Oh, we there. And that's how these things can happen. So it was a large crowd that flowed onto Western Avenue. And one of the owners of the location shut down the party about 10 o'clock because too many kids were coming in. And the parents who rented the space had said they would be present, and later learned that the event was advertised to students from all the local high schools, and teams were being charged $3 to get in, all of that. So you see the party being promoted on social media. Parents say they're going to be there. Come on now. Like, that ain't security. And even with security, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we're all vulnerable, right? It's real talk. So the police couldn't confirm whether the shooting was gang related. Okay, so my man Quincy Reese, rest in peace. First of all, multi-sport athlete, 3.4 GPA. Everyone said he was funny, happy-go-lucky kid, and always pushed everyone to do better and to be better. Basically, a regular kid that had a great future in front of them and was putting in the work to do that. Oh, man. Now, here's some other details that were coming out in part since the story broke. The police reported that a party was going on, and then there was a teen walking away from it when he was shot and killed, right? But then his cousin says that, no, they attacked him and they chased him down like a dog and shot him in the head. Yeah, that part. Oh, man. And they say that it seems like nothing really occurred at the party on the inside. Everything happened on the outside. And then they interviewed his father. And his father, man, Quincy Reese Sr. says, God gave me 16 years of him, and I thank him for that. Wasn't expecting to hear that, man. Isn't that something? In that moment, he's thanking just for the opportunity to have 16 with him. Yeah. Tough story right there, man, because you look at it, when we gonna learn, brother? When we gonna learn, party people? It's crazy because the shooting comes and violent crime is down, at least with minors. Isn't that crazy? There's a statistic out there that has to focus in on just the minors that are being killed every single year, right? Homicide levels had dropped to their lowest since 2020, right? Oh, man. And listen to this, not including Quincy's death. There have been 11 homicides involving juvenile victims in 2023. And this is just Los Angeles, y'all. Come on. This rate of youth homicides is 1.8 killings a month compared with 2.5 last year. All I'm going to say to y'all is this about this story right here. There's no perfect way, man. There is just no perfect way. I don't know what to do when it comes to thinking about the future for my kids. When my kids like, Dad, I want to have a house party. Dad, I want to go rent out a venue and have a party. And they're 16. You know, my little son, he's going to be a good student. Why? Because that's the culture in this house. He's going to be a good athlete. Why? Because his mama is his mama. She gave him some good DNA. But to celebrate whatever the hell he's going to be, he's the next one up. And then I got two girls following him. And not to be so negative and looking at the situation pessimistically, but what do you do? Like the fear, the anxiety you have of letting your kids just go party and then your kid doesn't come home. Situation like this, man. So sad state of affairs. You guys be safe out there, man. And I guess it's the golden rule. To be safe, make sure that you're treating others in a respectful way. And hopefully that will spread the love.